Okay, ladies and gentlemen, who remember this picture? Remember? This is the slave ship picture. And on Roots, they tried to resemble this as the slave ships. And then everything clicked for us. Like, oh, that was the slave ships, this and that. In reality, we never really seen an actual picture. There's no museums of the slave ships. You know they would have kept them. They keep all this stuff. They make statues of mass murderers. So you know they would have kept the slave ships somewhere. We can't find the slave ships. But that didn't click because we seen Roots and we seen these pictures and everything clicked with that. Oh, we came from Africa. Now, where I'm going with this. Now, yesterday, I was just relaxing and thinking. They say they if y'all notice, they always show the West Coast Indians, the West Coast Native Americans, because they're fairer skin and this and that. But what if they were just Mexicans? Didn't they say most of that area supposedly belonged to Mexico or South America people, you know? What if that whole area was filled up with certain tribes of Mexicans and they was running around with all this, that's how they look. They never really showed the East Coast people, you know, because this whole land was filled up with people when the English finally came over here. It was filled up with all types of people, all types of tribes, you know. So what I'm trying to get at is I never seen a slave ship. I never seen one. What if this was our land and they just told us we just came from Africa? You know, the winner of the war changes history. They came down here, destroyed us. We didn't know nothing about war in that capacity, with the guns. They changed our history. Slowly, we start believing we were from Africa. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure about none of this. I didn't do my research on none of this. I was just thinking, like, are we really from Africa? Because black people, we're like the one big ass group. They stole one big ass group took one big ass group who all look alike. You know a black person from African person, right? They took this one group and brought us all the way to the Americas to enslave us when there was already people here to enslave. Now, in elementary school, my teacher put in our heads that when they came to America, they just wiped out everybody. I'm thinking, damn, they wiped out everybody? But as a older individual, how you wipe out a whole continent without even a nuclear weapon or nothing? Just you seen the type of guns they had back then. That's a lot of bullets. That's a lot of killing. That's a lot of money. And another thing, see, they got to get us when we're young because a lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense when we get older, when we look back on things. When they tell us when we're young, in elementary school, we believe all of it. And then they just keep pounding it on us, keep reminding us. So it's concrete in our head that we came from Africa on these slave ships. And we don't really question the slave ships. Now let's question the slave ships. Where's the oxygen? They say they put us on the bottom decks. The ship was real big and long, so it can hold a lot of people. So they jammed us all together. As you can see on these pictures, we jammed all together next to each other at the bottom decks. How can you breathe? There's really no oxygen. And they even said a lot of us died on the way here. On the way here, a lot of us died. That's a long ass trip to be at the bottom deck with minimum oxygen not being taken care of. That's a long ass time. So this whole ship thing, I just can't believe it anymore. That we were stuck at the bottom of a ship and survived for months. That we enough of us survived for them to keep making trips back and forth. I just can't believe that. That don't even make any sense. That don't make any sense. How they can keep enough of us alive where they could keep making back and forth trips from Africa to America to ship in slaves. And what also doesn't make sense, again, they wiped out most of North America, killed most of the Native Americans, a whole continent of people back then with those weapons. Are you serious? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real with ourselves. These type of guns, you gotta reload them with every shot. And they killed 95% of a continent with those. Gave them smallpox and did all this. You know, they skinned the cat a million ways, right? If you can tell me that we from Africa, what part of Africa we're from. Because I remember for the longest niggas was running around saying we from Egypt. Then we from West Africa. They took the West Africans. Every decade, we're a new name. We're somebody else. In today's time, they bunched us up. We're just colored people. So they can put anybody in that category as colored people. Mexicans, Asians, colored people. We're colored people now. We're not even categorized as our own entity. You're just colored people. Or minorities and poor people. We're thrown in that bunch in today's time. Because our name is about to get changed again. They got to keep up this lie as long as they can. Because if we find out that this land just might be ours, that this land is owned by our great-great-grandfathers, somebody got to get evicted. And it ain't me. Y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what y'all think. Am I all the way off base or I'm somewhere in the ballpark?